So when we're doing sighted guide, the first thing that she's going to do is just hold on to the back of your elbow. So that just gives her control over.
Is it which elbow?
Doesn't matter which one.
It doesn't matter, whatever hand you want to hold it with.
Okay.
So if you're holding your cane with your right hand,
Uh-huh.
you would hold her with your left hand.
Okay.
Okay? So this just gives her control that if she wants to let go, she can. She's not being pulled and dragged, and I'm sure you don't pull her and drag her, but so that just gives her some more control. And when you're walking ahead of her, you're just going to be about a step and a half, or about a step to a half a step in front of her.
Okay.
So
not real far.
exactly. So it's kind of just like you're standing right now. You're about a step in front of her, and so the whole point is that you're approaching something before she is. So you can communicate, you know, what's coming up, if there are stairs coming up, if there's a door. So
Yeah.
you kind of get that?
Well,
Okay.
what I'm remembering is when I wasn't doing this and forgot to point out a step.
Okay.
Like, so if I'm doing this, I'm more likely.
Was that when I fell?
Yeah. When she's holding me, like I'm more likely to be aware and point out things.
Good,
too.
good, okay. And what was happening when she fell? Like, how were you guiding her?
I wasn't really. Like, I mean,
Okay.
I was opening the door so she could go through it.
Oh, okay, so you
And-
didn't really
and
think about it?
I didn't think about
Okay.
it. Like, I was wanting to open the door for her, which I did, but then I didn't
Yeah.
think about, oh yeah, there's a step there.
Oh, right outside here? Mhm.
No, it was at a
Okay.
restaurant. That
And this is a restaurant, it has no signs in whatsoever.
It's an
Nothing.
old house.
Okay.
Yeah, restaurant.
So yeah, exactly. So this will hopefully like make you more aware that she's hanging on to you,
Yeah.
and because you're coming first, and even if you don't say something, she should be able to sense, you know, when you step down, your body is going to go down.
Right.
So that'll kind of give you an indication, Virginia, that
Mhm.
she just stepped down.
Uh-huh.
So if you want in here, we can just try your living room, just
Okay.
walking, and then we can go from there.
You can take it too,
Thank you.
if you believe it.
No, you can leave it right here for now.
So Ellie's gonna move out of the way. And we're gonna go in
She
a
wants to go
circle.
with you, Jill.
And Jennifer, you can just keep your arm relaxed at your side.
Oh, really?
Yep.
I'm gonna kick dog toys under the
That's okay.
piano and then we can go this way.
Yep.
We go in a circle.
Sure. So exactly like that, you're just walking about a step in front of her. How's that feel, Virginia? Good?
Yeah, comfortable.
Okay, good. Another thing that she can do is hold, I think you were doing this last time, Virginia, when you were kind of had your arm wrapped through Wes's arm.
Uh-huh.
Were you doing that? So that's another way that she can do it,
Uh-huh.
just to get more support. But,
Okay.
you know, holding onto the elbow like you are is just
Uh-huh.
fine, whatever way. Do you feel comfortable walking like that?
Mm-hmm. No, not with my arm like that.
Okay.
Not
You
like
like it?
Not with my hand through it.
You like it better like that?
Holding
Yeah.
with the elbow, okay.
And then they were trying to explain to me how if you're going through someplace narrow,
Yes. So
you do this.
before we get to that, yes,
Okay.
before we get to that, I do want to show you how to do chairs with
Okay.
sighted guide. So like if you are going to a restaurant, just kind of telling her where the chair is.
Okay.
So if you want to, Virginia, if you want to grab onto her arm again, and Jennifer, you can just walk toward the table and kind of indicate that you want her to sit in this chair.
Okay.
So you can tell her, you can say, you know, Mom, the chair is in front of me, and then what you're going to do is you're going to bring your hand to the chair.
Uh-huh.
You're going to say, Virginia, I just put my hand on the back of the chair. It's pushed into a table. There are no arms or armrests. You can always communicate, you know, a little bit more just so she's
Okay.
aware. And then Virginia, what you would do is just take your hand, like follow her arm down.
Mm-hmm.
So then you feel the chair, and then from there you can pull it out, feel around, feel what it is, and then just before you sit down, I just want you to make sure that you're touching the seat to clear it, so that nothing's there. So for
Okay.
instance, my backpack is on the other chair,
Uh-huh.
so if you didn't, you know, touch the seat and make sure it was clear, you'd probably sit on the backpack and wouldn't be very comfortable. So, yeah. So, you know, just when you're coming up to a chair, just tell her where you're touching, you know, the back of the chair. If there's any armrests, because if she's, you know, coming from the side, you can hurt
Yeah.
your
Yeah.
hurt your butt on that.
Yeah, I wouldn't think of all those things, and I would probably just like pull it out myself.
You can do that too.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can pull it out and then just let her know I pulled the chair out. This is the back of the chair, and go from there.
Okay.
Good. That sounds good. Okay. Any questions on that so far?
No.
Okay. So yeah, now we can go into the narrow passageway like they were sharing with you. So I'm actually just going to leave this here for now.
Okay.
And then we can try going into the kitchen through
Okay.
this narrow way. So what's
Maybe
going to
we'll get back
happen
a little
is,
bit.
yes. So Jennifer, you're still going to be in front of Virginia.
Okay.
And Virginia, you're still going to hold on to her. But then this is a lot about communication. Sighted guide is a lot about communication, so telling, what's coming up, indicating like that. Why are you laughing?
I'm not a great communicator, so
Okay.
this is good practice for me.
Okay. So when you're coming up to a narrow passage, like a doorway or a door, or even your hallway leading up there, it's important just to tell her,
Okay.
we're coming to a narrow passageway.
And I probably want to go to the left since she's on my right, so she has space. Or no, you said she's going to go more behind me.
Exactly. So
Okay.
Virginia, do you remember how we did how we went through the doorway last time?
Not really.
No? Okay. So that's fine. We can review. What you're going to do, Jennifer, is you're actually going to put your arm either behind your back, kind of straight, or you can rest it against your back, whatever one's more comfortable for you.
And she continues holding on.
Correct. You're going to hold on to her wrist when she puts her arm behind her back. And then from there, you guys have to form a little line. So Virginia, you would step completely behind Jennifer. Exactly.
Okay.
And you would say, okay, we're coming up to the doorway.
Okay, we're coming
walk
to the
through.
doorway, Mom. It's kind of narrow and there's a little step down into the kitchen.
Exactly.
And
And then from there, once you're through, you can say, we're through the doorway, and then exactly return your arm to where it was.
And then you could slide your...
Yep, and then you would slide your arm back to your elbow. Exactly.
So we're going to go over to the fridge and practice a little bit more.
Good.
Oh, we're gonna get some drinks.
Oh, yeah.
We're gonna get us some drinks.
Does anybody want a drink?
Oh no, it's okay.
Okay, so I know you know where the fridge is, but it's right here. Come back and try the narrow door again. How's that? So we're going to go back this way, past the dog, who should get out of our way.
She's enjoying this. She's having fun with it.
Okay, we're approaching a narrow door, so I'm gonna go around. There you go.
Good.
And there's a little tiny bump up as we go through. Good. Okay.
I like the teamwork with that. That was very smooth. It was beautiful. So from the narrow passageway, that kind of leads us into going through doors.
Okay.
So I thought we could practice with your front door. If that
Okay.
would be okay. Is that okay?
It is, yeah.
Okay.
It's just hard. It's hard to get open. It's an old house. Like sometimes you have to
You
kick
can't
it
let
open.
Nobody out the front door.
No, we can't let her out. We'll lock
We
her
can
in
even
there.
just use the screen door right there. We don't
Okay.
have to close the whole
Okay.
one door. Okay, so we can even practice sighted guide on our way out there. Does
Okay.
that sound good?
We're gonna go out to the front door.
Okay.
Around
And then
here.
even in this hallway coming up, you would still want to use that narrow passage.
Yeah, we do have a
procedure.
narrow passage, so I'm gonna fold my arm up here, and you're right behind me, and then there's a little step down to the rug.
I'm liking that communication.
Okay, then straight ahead, there's a door with a gate in front of it, so I'm gonna move the gate.
And then once you get in front of the door, then we can talk about kind of
Okay.
how we do this. So, exactly, you're actually going to stay in this position. So this is good. Ooh, falling backwards. I'm very clumsy, in case you didn't know that.
You're gonna go very far with me.
So when you come up to a door, Jennifer, this is also more about communication,
Okay.
especially with doors, and this has a step down, so it requires a little more communication. But when you come up to a door, you're going to want to tell her, number one, if it opens toward her or away from her.
Okay.
So this one would be,
This one opens away from
exactly,
you.
and then it opens on the right or left.
Right.
So, yeah, it opens to the right.
Exactly.
Okay.
Yes. So, exactly, you would communicate that. It opens away from you to the right. And then Virginia, when she tells you that, you want to make sure that your free hand is on the same side as how the door is opening. so that you can hold it out. Exactly.
Okay.
So Jennifer would be opening the door, and then you would be holding it open as you pass, just so the whole team can make it through.
Okay.
So instead of, I don't know how you guys are doing it now, but I know a lot of people, the guide will hold the door and, you know, stop right there, and it just gets a little awkward and clunky.
Right.
But this way it just seems more smooth.
It might be a little heavy, I don't know, but you deal with this door right now.
Okay. And I'll be behind you in case it is a little heavy. Okay.
Okay, so we're just gonna go through this door, which opens out into the right. You ready?
Where's Ellie?
And then
Ellie's back there.
she's back in the
I think she'll be good.
And then also because of this door, I would just communicate there is a step
Oh
here.
yeah, there's a step.
There's a big step.
See,
Yes.
that's the thing that I always forget.
Yeah,
There's a
because
big
it does come so suddenly, so just
Yeah,
say there's a
there's a
step
step
coming.
right as we go out the door.
And then Virginia, you're gonna want to hold your hand up.
Down.
Hold your hand up and then find the door when you. Mm-hmm.
There's a big step down.
Yep, big step down.
Yeah, there you go.
There you go. Okay.
Good. I like how you're holding the door with your other hand. That's good. Okay. So I want to try going. I want to try going through it again. Virginia, are you more comfortable holding this handle when you're leaving the
Sometimes,
house? Okay.
sometimes it works, sometimes it doesn't.
Yeah.
Okay. Because
So
I
in that
know
case,
that
we would want to do the other arm, right?
exactly. Or in that case, you could hold the door for her, and then she could walk up herself. So, because we found last time, let me shut your door so there's not.
Yeah.
Jonathan, that's fine. What we found last time is that, Virginia, I think you felt more comfortable going down the stairs, just with your support cane, right, than using sighted guide. Did you feel a little more stable when you were holding a cane than holding on to someone?
I want to hold on to that railing.
You'd want to hold on to the railing.
Oh, yeah.
Exactly. So,
But do you like to have your cane
I'll get my cane.
oh no, it's okay right now. We'll grab it in a second. But yeah, what we found is she felt a little more comfortable, and you looked a little more comfortable when you were holding onto the railing and the cane in the other hand. So maybe sighted guide isn't the best for going up and down stairs. Okay. So I would say probably when going through this door at least, you know, just Jennifer open the door for her, and then Virginia, you can even hold on to this this handle that's on the door to help you get up. Okay. But that's the basic procedure for going through doors. And I think your other back door has a step too. Of course it does.
Yep. Everything has a step.
So, do you think you'd feel comfortable going through doors that way, both of you, if you ever do have to go somewhere?
Yeah, I mean, usually I'm not as close. Like, I think that she can handle it herself.
Okay.
But it wouldn't be a bad idea. I mean, I'll and then she can decide.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly, and that's perfect.
Okay.
You know, just offer your assistance. If you want it, you can say yes, please, or get away from me, whatever you want to say. But yeah, that's the whole thing. And I was going to say something else I forgot. But oh yeah, so this is mainly for like if you're in an unfamiliar place and you've never been there, you don't know the layout. So that's you'd probably want to be close to her then, just so
That's
you know you can
the
walk. Oh, okay. It was a new place for you?
It was a new place.
Okay.
An old house.
Oh, okay. Yeah, so the layout's probably similar to this, right? You know, like the random
much
steps.
bigger,
Oh.
much bigger old house.
Okay.
With no signs on anything. Complained about it the time I walked in.
She did. Well, there's this door open, step up into like this little tiny foyer, another door.
Yeah.
So I was
Okay.
trying to hold both doors.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah. So I would say probably in that situation you can let her know that there's a step and then hold the door for her.
Yeah.
But yeah, so it probably feels a little weird at your house because you know the first floor pretty well, right, Virginia? And, but like I said, if you're going to an unfamiliar place, or if you go to RIT to visit your grandson, you'd probably want to use sighted guide to get around there. Okay.
Yeah.
So
We need to practice more. Get out.
Yeah. Yeah, just go for walks around the block if you want. When we have some nice days.
Isn't that nice?
It is.
I
Yeah,
know,
it's getting better
It's a
now.
beautiful day right now. So we can actually practice going inside, and we can get your cane and then come out and try some stairs. Do you feel comfortable with that?
Mhm.
Okay. So yeah. So like I said, for this situation, you probably just want to hold the door for her,
Okay.
and then Virginia, you can hold on to the handle, just so you're aware of where the step is. And before you step up, I'd probably just say like, hit your toes on the step just so you know where it is. Okay? Good. Okay.
And you're gonna get your cane.
Yeah, so you can get any cane that you're comfortable with. I know you said you wanted the short cane, so we can use that. Do you have any questions about guiding her around like that?
I don't. I think it's probably just a thing where I'll be likely to forget to point things out, right?
Okay.
So I just
Yeah.
have to remember to point everything out and talk about it. But
It does take practice, and it's a lot of knowing how much to share too. 'Cause you're not going to want to tell her it's sunny outside. There's a black car parked on the
Yeah.
road. So yeah, it's just finding the balance. And I would say though, the obstacles that are going to be directly in front of her is what you want to communicate.
Right.
So definitely stairs, doors, walking through those narrow passages, and. But Virginia, you're able to also feel, which way she's moving and when she's going up and down, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, and that's also part of it. So it's like each person has a job.
Mhm.
So it's not always on you, and it's not all on you. Okay?
okay, teamwork.
So I thought we could try going down the stairs. So leading in with sighted guide and then going down the stairs, okay?
Okay.
So when we're coming out here,
So we're coming through a doorway, and there's a step down, and Adam is holding it open.
then you can even let her know about the handle and let her use that.
So she's got the wrong arm for it. So do you want to use the handle on the left?
You can swing it.
You could swing it. So I think then.
You can just come down the
Okay.
step, and I think it'll just be more stable for her and easier if she just steps down herself. Okay.
How's that?
Great.
Okay.
A little easier? Okay.
Yes.
So from there, you can come a little forward to the door. So from there, like I said, we can let her go down the stairs by herself, but I think just leading you there, would that be helpful? And letting you know where the stairs are.
Okay.
So exactly, you're going to want to be on her left side since the handle's on the right.
Okay. Yeah.
And you can
Forward, and then there's a railing on the right side,
Mhm.
and there's
That's not so sweet.
1, 2, 3, 4 steps down to
And
the
then
sidewalk.
before you go, I just want to say, you can even encourage her to, feel the edge with her toe.
Okay.
So Virginia, if you want to know exactly where the step is, you can, reach out with your foot a little bit and feel where it is, or you can even use your cane. Exactly. So you can just feel that, and then you can know where it is.
I'm doing what now?
You can walk next to her. You can be a little in front of her, just to make sure she is.
Yeah, usually I think I try to, I position myself about like this.
Good. Yeah, that's perfect. Just like that. I hope this weather's hot enough for you.
It's not as bad right now. I guess
No,
the
it's
sun
not.
was. And are we going to go all the way down to the sidewalk? Okay. We'll do another.
And that's a bigger step.
Is it? Okay. So then,
You can keep communicating with her.
2 steps down to the sidewalk.
Good. And I'd say you probably want your cane to touch the ground before your foot does, just so you're able to really like put your weight on it as you're going down, okay? Because I know your foot and your cane are, you know, stepping at the same time, or landing on the ground at the same time. But how did that feel? Is that okay?
Yeah.
Okay. Do you feel okay with it?
Yeah.
Okay. Probably a little different from how you guys been doing it.
Well, normally, it's been a while since we've taken a walk together.
Okay.
So
Global walks.
yeah, she hasn't been. So usually our car's parked up here. So she just goes around the corner and gets in the car.
Oh, okay, so you come down the stairs regularly and just
Well, when we
Not very often.
once in a while.
Once a week or so.
Okay.
So we haven't used these stairs that much lately.
Okay. Yeah, because last time I was here, remember we tried the back stairs too. Yeah.
So I heard that you used the cane on the sidewalk last time,
Yes, we
but
did.
the other cane.
The long cane.
Do you
So-
want to do it with this one today,
Yeah, we
Mom?
did use the long cane. You know, it's completely up to you what you want to use when you're walking. Whether you want to use this short cane or the long one where you put it in front of you.
I don't know when I'm going to use the long cane ever.
Well, if you do go out for walks, you can always use that. Or if you're in an unfamiliar place, you're probably not going to be by yourself, but just to feel things that are in front of you, just to give you that peace of mind of, you know.
But I can always see. I can see.
No, I know you can see, but you know, sometimes you have good days and bad days. You know, sometimes I miss things too. Sometimes I miss steps that are the same color. So like, you know, all those are blue. It's hard to tell where they are. Yeah, but it's all up to what you're comfortable with, and if you want to use the long cane, that's fine. If you don't, that's fine. If you feel more comfortable using this for stability, that's okay too. Okay.
So
I'm not going to pressure you to use the long cane. It's whatever you're comfortable with.
But
Okay.
it's available if you want to use it to kind of
Exactly.
physically scan where you're stepping. Right?
Exactly. And you
This
actually did really well with that last time. So
So Wes would say I was walking too fast.
yeah, you were walking really fast. She was flying down the sidewalk, and yeah.
Did you like that?
It was fine, but you know, I go as fast as the sidewalk will let me go.
So, yeah, one thing we did talk about was, you know, when you feel obstacles on the sidewalk, just stopping when you feel them with your cane and walking up to it with your toes and then feeling around it. You know, we don't have to continue instruction with the long cane if you don't feel comfortable or if you don't really see a need for it. But
Well, if I walked around the block, that would be a problem, I think, with a long cane, because you would see other obstacles in the way, and the sidewalk is always smooth in some places.
okay.
So wouldn't that help you to walk around the block
Maybe.
so that you could feel where it was uneven?
Maybe where I couldn't see. Yeah, maybe.
So I kind of feel like does someone ever do sighted guide and that long cane at the same time?
Yeah, you can do that as well. So if you want to walk around the block with Jennifer, you can always use your cane at the same time. So she'll be, you know, standing on your left. You'll be on her right. You'll be using your cane a little bit shorter, just so you're not tripping her and you both go down. You know, we can try it if you want to. And
Yeah, I'll go grab it.
okay,
Okay.
okay.
Where do we leave it?
It's in the kitchen, or not in the kitchen. Yeah, but you did really well with the stairs. And you feel comfortable doing that?
Yeah.
Good.
Yeah.
We've been teaching Jennifer how to do sighted guide, and you and Wes have been teaching.
So tell me what was going on.
Yeah. Good. I'm glad we got to teach everyone in the house, though.
Yeah.
It's good.
And Aaron was very good. He was very good walking with me.
Oh yeah, okay. Is that the one that just went to RIT?
Mhm.
It is. So if you do go out walking and you want to use sighted guide at the same time, so Virginia, you're right-handed, correct? Okay.
Stay.
So you can use this in your right hand. And what you're going to do when you're doing using a cane and doing sighted guide is you're going to hold the cane a little bit lower, just below the grip. You're actually going to hold it like a pencil. So you're going to flip your hand over.
Like that way?
Mm-hmm. Oh wow. Exactly. And then you're just going to make a narrower swing in your shoulder. So just about, the width of your shoulders is how wide you want to swing it. And that's just so you're not tripping your guide when you're walking.
That's smart.
But she should, be keeping you away from tripping and things like that. So
Okay, let's go.
yeah, you can.
Let's go up to the tree there.
Let's walk that way.
Yeah.
Virginia, maybe don't swing it as much on your left side. Don't bring it as far over on your left side.
Okay.
That's better.
She's trying to get pretty much right in front of her.
Exactly, because you're doing a lot of the work by guiding her, and she doesn't have to worry as much because you're going to make sure that nothing, comes at her.
Go around the other side. That you can tell there's something, so you can kind of,
So how about when you reach the next round? Now let's try to stay on the road. It's not a busy street, but just for safety reasons.
We're going to turn around to the left and do like a little flip.
We're just doing a full. Okay. So this time, as you guys are walking back, Virginia, I know you're gonna feel like different. You've been pointing out different cracks already that you feel, and your cane's getting a little caught on them, right?
Mm-hmm.
So when you feel that, I want you to just stop, and then walk your feet up to keep your cane where it is, and then walk your feet up to where your cane is, so that you can feel, what is this that my cane just hit? How high is it? And then just walk over it safely, okay? And then Jennifer, that also gives her more control, like holding onto your elbow. So if she stops, she can always let go of you, so. So yep, your cane is caught. Keep walking forward. You can put exactly. You can put your cane back in front of you and clear it and make sure nothing's coming up. Yeah. Your car?
How'd you say that, Jennifer? I'm sorry.
it was your car for a lot longer than it's been my car. She gave it to me.
Oh, did you?
She was not able to use it. It's quite a gift. We've used it a lot.
Once I hired it.
I don't know about that.
Didn't you keep walking?
But I don't you didn't get so far down, but there's a gravel, like a large gravel driveway down there, but what we would walk.
Okay. I don't think we walked that far.
Yeah,
last time. I wouldn't remember anything. And Virginia, I brought another cane tip in case you want to try it. I brought a little marshmallow. I think did you say your cane had a marshmallow on it? Your cane at home?